Hi, my name's Kathy Atwood Pollard, and I want to talk a little bit about my love affair with sugar. What's not to love about sugar? I've loved it since I was a child. My mum was a sweet tooth, my dad was a sweet tooth, and they used to give me dessert after every meal, 7 nights a week. My mum would make cordial for us to drink so strong it would burn the back of your throat. We lived opposite a milk bar which sold lots of lollies and candies, and I would go there as much as I could. And I had a best friend whose dad actually worked for a very big lolly company in Australia. And so I was surrounded by sugar. I loved sugar. I loved Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I loved anything to do with sweets. I mean, what kid doesn't? But that kind of caused problems, especially later on in my life. In 2005, I decided to start a business. My experience was in event decoration and coordination, and I decided that I'd start a business doing tea parties. And I would coordinate everything, especially the food. And at the time, there was only one person in Victoria that was doing nice looking cupcakes. And I thought I'd use her, but I remembered that my auntie had a great recipe for cupcakes, and so I started to make cupcakes. And the ironic thing was, my tea party business never started, but my cupcake business did, and it went from strength to strength. And I was doing it for about 10 years, corporate functions, weddings, you name it. And I enjoyed every minute of it. But of course, cupcakes contain lots of sugar, and I was testing recipes, and I was constantly surrounded by cupcakes. And that led to even more problems. A few years ago, I wasn't feeling well, and I was becoming really worried about it. And it turned out that years of eating sugar from childhood and eating a lot of sugar during those cupcake years had caught up with me. And the doctor told me that I needed to stop the lifestyle that I was leading because I had major liver problems. And if I continued down the path I was going, I would most probably end up with liver cancer and potentially other liver issues which could lead to death. That shocked me. I remember crying in the car afterwards and thinking that I just don't want to do this to my family because I love my kids, and not being there to see them grow up wasn't even an option. So I decided I would have to leave the business that I loved to save my own life and to be there for my kids. After I finished my cupcake business, I actually watched a documentary called Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead. And that's how I was, that's how I felt. And I watched that movie and it changed my life. It talked all about how juicing can help you with various illnesses and serious problems. And I started juicing, the kids started juicing, we felt so much better, had lots of energy. I got into wheatgrass juicing, and wheatgrass is a complete food. It is absolutely sensational. It contains every mineral, vitamin, protein that your body needs. You could be on a deserted island, and if wheatgrass juice is all you had, you'd be fine. And it in fact helped to heal my liver. I went back to the doctor and she asked what I'd been doing, because whatever it was I was doing, it was helping my condition, and it was juicing and wheatgrass juice. This health journey has been really interesting for me. It's been life-changing, and I've gone from going into schools doing cupcakes with children to going into schools and teaching them all about fruit, veggies and juicing. And our family still juices, and we'll keep juicing because it really helps, and I hope anyone watching this will give it a go.